Welcome back to IFG headquarters. I just wanted to put together a video regarding how to have a successful tax year, little bit about tax organizers. Had an older video, but actually some things have changed, so we thought we would update it for today. So number one thing, just refresher. What is unique about our tax process, or the thoughts of how we have better results with our clients, is there's really three parts to it. There is you on the front lines gathering your tax information, filling out that organizer correctly, having an understanding of the changes that may have happened throughout the year, passing it on to us. We're going to do our review. We're going to kind of blend in together all we know about planning and the life circumstances and the changes that we're aware of. And then we pass that on to our specialist. And they're going to actually input, compute, do all the taxes. If there's questions, I'm going to try to facilitate that to get the best result possible. When they're done, they're going to give it back to us. We're going to do another review. I'm going to make sure it makes sense and I understand it and I could communicate it in a way where your taxes become more actionable. There's less surprises. We keep more of what we make, and we just have a better understanding of where our money goes. And I think that's at the end, the biggest result we have is we have some understanding. So it is wonderful that throughout the years, people just kind of defer to me and go, hey, you take care of it. That's good, but you're still a very active participant, whether it's preparing and or even going through that process, even if it's just email and or if we're sitting down face-to-face or even Zoom or Teams. Okay, so that is a review of our process. What I think is relevant, the tax organizer, I still do kind of the same. Actually, I'd say this. Nowadays, half of my tax stuff is paper, half of it is in my computer via email and PDFs. In the end, I still print my organizer. It is, I think, a good tool for everyone to go through. If you have a PDF or writable software on your computer, you can just use everything on screen. I still go through it by hand and put my signature on that page that I've reviewed it. A key part, regardless of how simple your taxes are, or maybe how complicated, or if we've been doing it for 20 years, or if this is the first year, these questionnaires, this part, are a really important piece of the tax process because it really identifies changes year to year, whether it's children becoming adults, we have the stimulus programs, deductions, new incomes. Very important just to go through those check boxes as reminders for things that have changed and maybe a prompt for me or the CPA to know what to look for. The rest of your organizer gives you your current information and or last year the tax documents we did receive. So it's a good reminder of making sure, hey, do I have everything? Point in case, Fidelity investment statements come out a minimum sometime in February, but can run into March depending on the type or size of your brokerage account and the amount of holdings we have. So again, be patient with that. It's very common that that might be the last piece nowadays. It's still quicker than it's ever been, yet there's no hurry. Again, we really prefer everything at once when you have all of your tax documents together. One upload and or one pack that you mail or drop off or sit down with us. We'd like to do that work one time. So anytime, I mean, you can imagine if I have to go and try to pull people's 1099s and various Fidelity statements, it's literally hundreds of documents we have. So it's much easier if we just get it by client all at once versus trying to piecemeal. And, we don't want to duplicate or miss anything. So one upload, one time, one drop off, that would be the preference there. Okay, so, you go through the organizer. You may or may not write anything in. It could be just a reminder. Yet some people do like still adding some things up and calculating. So that is all fine. So some other things, in the past with taxes and how we deliver things, we have had CDs as an option, but nowadays CDs really aren't on any new computers. So we've done away with the CDs for the most part. So whether it's in print or really electronic, and of course, if we can save some trees, that makes things a little easier. So Doing paperless, doing everything electronic is quicker and easier at some level, especially now that most of our clients are just professionals in using that share file upload system and download system. So you have that. So I think I've covered a lot. Of course, between now and tax filing, we will have reminders for funding IRAs, Roth IRAs, backdoor Roths, revisiting your planning in general, probably for a lot of people, let alone just how to maximize your opportunities, how to prepare well, making sure you have enough in reserves, and or we're just allocating everything in an efficient way. So that was pretty long, but I thought it would be good just to kind of put out a note how to have a successful tax year, and just a refresher on the tax organizer that aside from just giving us the proper documents, if you go through that questionnaire, it's very helpful. It keeps us abreast of things that may have changed that we may or may not know. And then the rest of the document is just there to help. It's a checklist to remind you of all the stuff you've given before. So that's a good recap. It's been a long day, so I'm going to let everyone go. That's it from IFG headquarters.